5:11 Committee of the Whole meeting for today, Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. And whoever has a birthday today, I'll have her watch the YouTube of this. Happy birthday. And in 2 days, I'm not going to say, you don't want to reveal people's names, but I know of like 5 people this week having birthdays. So happy birthday to them all. All right. I'm not naming. I just know a half a dozen people. So I know you're surprised. I know a half dozen people, but I do. I'd like to bring the meeting to order, and let's have a roll call.
Nelson, Simpson, Trojan,
Here.
Goldsmith here, Kudia,
Here.
Espinoza, here, Salto, Gorski,
Here. Trustee Soltow and Simpson have both notified me they will not be joining here or through means of other than physical presence, and I understand Trustee Nelson's on his way. So, communications and petitions and/or public comment.
There are no Did you sign in?
Oh,
Okay, we do have a public comment.
come on down.
So sorry.
We didn't get to see.
I did.
Have anybody joining?
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. My name is Jose Galarza, and I have worked at Rock Valley College for the last 5 years in the Boiler House Department. I also currently serve as the Vice President of the Support Staff Association. I've held this position since December of 2025. Since taking on the role, I have had the opportunity to speak with employees from many different departments across the college. And although our jobs are different, I continue to hear the same concerns: compensation, career advancement, and the ability to build a future here at Rock Valley College. One of the most common questions I receive is simple: how do I make more money? Unfortunately, too often, I don't have a good answer. For employees, the answer is always simply, you're currently under contract, or there just isn't a path for you right now. While I believe a collective bargaining agreement establishes negotiated wages, protections, and working conditions, it should not become the automatic reason that every conversation about employee growth comes to an end. When an employee consistently exceeds expectations, gains new skills, takes on additional responsibilities, and continues to grow professionally, there should be at least a meaningful discussion about how that growth can be recognized. Too often, employees feel the conversation ends before it even begins, and that leaves them wondering whether there is any real opportunity to continue building a career here at Rock Valley College. I don't believe that's just a support staff association issue. It's something I hear from employees in both the PSA, the ESP, administration side, and even our police department. Every year, we ask employees to set goals during their performance evaluations. We encourage them to pursue certifications, develop new skills, cross-train, and take on additional responsibilities. We ask them to grow professionally because that's what makes our college stronger. But when there is little to no flexibility within the compensation system to recognize that growth, those accomplishments begin to lose their meaning. Across the college, some employees have reached the top of their pay grade and have nowhere else to go. Others have not reached the top of their pay grade, but still have no meaningful opportunity to advance because there is no higher position within their department or no practical way for continued progression within their current pay structure. When career advancement depends more on someone retiring or leaving or an employee's own development and before their employee's own development or performance, we have to ask whether the system is accomplishing what it was intended to do. This isn't just about compensation. It's about recruitment. It's about retention. It's about employee engagement. It's about creating a workplace where talented people choose to stay because they see a future here.
Excuse me. I should have prefaced this. We typically limit public speaking to 3 minutes unless prompted with a question from the board member. So do you have anything else to say? There's your cue to give you some more time. So there you go.
Nope, I'm coming to my end here.
Okay.
I would like to encourage the board to request an analysis of our current compensation system and how employees have reached the top of the pay grade, how many employees have remained in the same grade for years because there is no room for growth, and how many employees have remained in the same position because there is no opportunity for advancement. I believe those answers would help determine whether the compensation structure is accomplishing what it's designed to do. Now, I'm not asking for special treatment for one particular work group or one department. I am asking we continue working toward a compensation system that recognizes employee growth, experience, and dedication across the entire college. A pay scale shouldn't be the ceiling, it should be a roadmap. I believe in Rock Valley College, I believe in our students, in our community, and the people that work here every day. My hope is that every employee has the opportunity not just to hold the position, but to be able to build a career here at Rock Valley College. Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any
Appreciate your
questions?
time.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the, I believe then let's forward this to President Spearman and forward it to appropriate staff, wage compensation survey analysis. All right? Thank you. Any other communications and petitions and/or public comment?
There are no other.
Hearing none. Recognition of visitors.
Do not have any visitors to recognize.
Okay. Review of the minutes for the Committee of the Whole for the June 9th, 2026 in your packet. And any general presentations?
No general presentations tonight.
Okay, so I would like to mix up the agenda a little bit, and I gave a heads up to some people about this. I like to bring operations up before teaching and learning and finance. So I'd like to have the operations discussion. First, board liaison, trustee Trojan.
Oh, sorry?
I'm bringing operations up.
Yes, well, Senor will take it over from here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, John Nelson arrived at 5:18.
I am not.
You're here.
A noisy mirage.
Okay.
Good evening, board members. Tonight, my first presentation is regarding capital projects. 4 pillars here. There you go. January 27th, 2026, if you recall, I came before the board and advised that the following projects would be suspended due to the operations team's need to concentrate on other projects. As you know, that was specifically for the downtown campus. We've been able to resolve many of the issues, and we're getting to the end of that particular project, hopefully. And we're going to start resuming some of these projects. As you can recall, the projects that will be resumed are the design and implementation of parking lot 7. This particular project is being done for a variety of reasons. One, the parking lot was worn out, and 2, we're trying to move the bus stop from way out on Springbrook in closer. We also have the security system upgrades. Those systems are over 20 plus years old. We have the Brightly inventory documentation that was placed on hold, ADA compliant stage, the boiler house generator addition, replacement of BST seats. This is actually a project that has come up recently. We found out that the way the seats are mounted in the BST, they're starting to come loose after 25 years. And so we need to probably change the style of seat from one that mounts vertically to one that actually mounts on the floor. So we've been researching that because not boiler house, POM has to go over every day and tighten up the seats before every show. So we're working on getting that resolved. We're also going to restart the fire alarm systems upgrade. We've been slowly upgrading the fire alarms throughout campus. The last building we did was WTC. This will actually be a project to do the rest of the buildings so that we can upgrade them all to the latest level that's needed to meet the code requirements. Finally, we have the rusting pipes that were discovered during the wonderful tuck pointing project underneath the bridge. So we're going to start that back up. We're going to enlist assistance from our architect of record to look at the possibility of what we could do at the ACE building and figure out what's available. And we have a 60-year-old air handling unit in the SSC that will need to be replaced.
Okay, before you move on, Trustee Nelson, did you have a question on that portion?
Sure. Just for clarification, can I have the BST, SSC, ACEC, like word for word, what those are?
So the BST seats,
I think he's looking for the explanation of the acronyms.
What do they mean, the
The
letters?
acronyms.
oh, the acronyms. BST is the Bent Shulstrom Theater. That's the Chris Brady Theater, the Starlight Theater.
Okay.
It's officially called the Bent Shulstrom, but everybody calls it Starlight. It's called
Well, they
Starlight
do,
too.
and
Yeah.
that's why I asked the question.
Yes.
Are all the seats being replaced, the whole theater?
We're going to do it in stages. There's some seats that are much worse than others. So
Are you going to put a little thing to hold a bottle of water?
I hadn't thought about that, but we can certainly look
Well,
into
I
it.
hear complaints. I know in my case, it would be nice to put your
Yeah, I
water
agree with
bottle
them.
into
Okay.
something.
Yeah. We can certainly go look into that. It had
Yeah,
not
okay.
been discussed. We were discussing more the safety
Yeah,
and
all right.
how we're going to mount
Right,
them and
right,
stuff like
right,
that.
thank you.
But we can certainly look at a water cup holder, certainly.
Yes, and theater seat lounging and USB charging ports, okay? Yeah, that too. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Okay.
that's a bit too far.
If you want it, we can do it. It's
No. Okay, and then ACEC and SSC. Just for-
ACEC is the Aviation Center down at the airport. So it's commonly referred to as the airport. SSC is the Stenstrom Student Center.
So what are you going to do with the addition to the ACEC? More classes?
Don't know. We're going to have to do an evaluation of the current system, where we're at, what potential expansion might be needed for the particular location. So we're going to have to do an analysis of the programming, which is what architects do. Then once we find out what programming is needed, so for example, if you want to have more students, in the space, how many more students can academics handle?
Yeah.
We'll have conversations with Dr. Smith and Dr. Stewart and determine those issues and those concerns. Then what we need to do is, let's say, for example, after the architects do that evaluation, they need 2 classrooms. So can we put 2 classrooms in the existing space? There's some mezzanines that could possibly do that, but then we'd have to add an elevator. So that's something that would have to be discussed and figured out.
Let me just stop you for a second here. Don't go out on a limb, especially on your way out the door. Our directive
Right.
to take a look at this is very recent. Let them do their homework and have them come back to us, and then we can talk it out. I don't want you putting ideas in people's head, because then in the next meeting or in a meeting you won't be here in October at, people will be saying, well, what if Rick said this? And I'm saying, hey, he's just trying to make us happy. But we just recently asked you to formalize an investigation. I don't think it's fair for us to push you on questions on this, so.
No, I think I would have been satisfied with the simple answer. We're going to take a look to see what we can do to address the built-up demand for students, period. That would have been enough for me.
Okay, and we talked about that either at the last meeting or the meeting
Yeah,
before
well, I
last.
keep bringing it up, that's why.
I know.
I'm with you, Bob.
Huh?
I'm with you. I've
He's
talked to
with
some
me.
John
people
is
already.
here. If you want somebody to go over the same stuff all the time, you can let him do it, okay? All right, thanks very much.
Got your back.
The heat.
So this is the current status of those particular projects. You can see in there that we do have the finalization of the design, so we are at a point where we're going to be scheduling the construction next summer, 2027, for the parking lots. We are doing some conversions. We've been doing a phased approach to the security systems. We'll continue to do that. We are beginning to add additional information and create more reports out of the Brightly inventory. And then we have several items where we're going to be getting pricing for the design costs from the architects so that we can start designing those things. The fire alarm system was also already designed, so we'll just be going out for pricing on that. So you can see the list of all the items and where we're currently at. One of the other bigger items was the boiler house generator addition. Later on in the economic side or financial side, the proposal for the engineering cost is in that packet for review by the board tonight. Does the board have any questions about the status of these projects?
Now, John.
AHU at the SCC, what's AHU?
It's an air handling unit. It was called out on the previous slide, sorry. I didn't call it out on this one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
It's an air handling unit. It's an HVAC unit. It blows air throughout the entire building.
That's 60 years old.
Ish.
Yeah.
It was not
Okay.
replaced when they redid the building 20
So
years
if I
ago.
went in there, I could see it? I mean, from the ground?
Well, you would have to go into the mechanical space, and it's about the size of this particular space.
Okay.
It's big.
They make them smaller now?
They scale them appropriately, but it is still going to be a very large item.
Okay.
Yeah, they scale them and sometimes they break them up depending on the size and the structure layout of a building, so. Gloria, do you have a question?
Yeah, just as you're looking at the atrium stage, one thing that I found that has been a little difficult for me, because I'm over 40, like some people, and it's having a handrail. And I'm not saying like in the middle of it, but kind of even towards the end by the wall, so that as we're getting up there, we can hang on to something.
We are looking into that. We're also looking into ramps, to have a ramp on either side, and instead of being a three-step, just being a one-step stage. So the architects are back looking at that. When we originally started to look at it several months ago, that was kind of where we were headed, but we still have to go through the process and
Sure.
bring designs and see what people think will be the
Okay.
best. But yes, we are aware of that. That has been mentioned to us, so thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions? Thanks.
So that completes that one. The next item is the CL2 building update. There we go. That's better if I point it that way. So, as you are all aware, we are in the process of developing the CL2 remodel. The original estimate was $35 million for the project. And then it was established by the board that we were going to add some additional square footage and items within the board, or within the building, excuse me, which was going to raise the price to $44.1 million. And you can see it included the larger ensemble space, additional art lab space. Following the approval of the general design, the architects produced what's called the schematic design drawings. We were presented with those, or the early stage design development drawings, however you want to look at it, and asked to look over those particular drawings and look for issues, concerns, anything that might come up with the RVC stakeholders. So just noted that these are drafts. So they came up with these drawings. These are very similar to the drawings that were presented to the board back during the beginning stages of the SD. We did find a few issues that came up. The theater people would like the dressing rooms closer to the backstage area of the black box, things of that nature. So in the course of looking over the drawings with the stakeholders, we came up with a list of items. We sent it back to the architect. This is a normal process that we go through. Same thing on the first floor. There's a couple items. There was some office space issues, some other things that came up, nothing too great. Storage cabinets, storage locations, some sinks, things of that nature. One of the items that did not appear in there and was not budgeted for, and I know can sometimes be a concern for the board, so I wanted to bring it forward to the board to find out your guys' opinion or what you want to do, is a second elevator. The architects did not include a second elevator in their SD drawings that were submitted to the CDB board. Basically, a second elevator is not required, but if you come in the east door, which is that door right there, the actual elevator, you would have to come in, go back. You're going to come in here, you're going to have to go this way, this way, this way to get to the elevator. So it's a fairly longer distance. The reason the elevator is put over here is because fitting an elevator inside of this space is not practical based on the design of the building. Actually, if you notice CL1, the elevator was also put in the new part of the building based on the structural way that CL1 and CL2 were built. So when I was looking at this, I noticed that seemed like a fairly lengthy distance. And I know one of the buildings that you guys were talking about and wanting, and we ultimately put in a second elevator, was for the HSC due to the distances. So based on a quick Google Map measurement tool, which is relatively accurate, walking in from the door of the furthest away door from the HSC was roughly 317 feet to get to the elevator. In CL2, that distance all the way over there will be roughly 275. So I did have conversations with the architects to see if a second elevator was possible. Again, they said that due to the existing construction and the way that this is done, putting an elevator in this main part would be very difficult anywhere in here due to the way the building is designed and its structural and the slope of the roof. So based on everything that, all the information that I've received back from the architects, they are saying that if we wanted a second elevator, the best place to put it would be right here. It would be a short distance from that east side. We would have to utilize signage because of the need for people to find the elevator if they should so need it on that floor. The question is, in order to do that, the approximate cost would be $1 million to construct that elevator, that second elevator, and it is not included in the CDB budget that we currently have. So I wanted to bring this up to the board.
What's the cost of the elevator? What would it be?
$1 million.
About $1 million. And part of it is we would have to get SHPO approval, because in order to do it, so this is the outside of the building right here. So this is looking at the outside of CL2 from the creek. That elevator would go in this bay right here, and they would actually have to remove this roof because the elevator shaft would go up higher, and we're going to have to buy a special elevator. It's non-hydraulic, similar to the kind we put in the HSC. and they would have to redo this roof and redo this particular space. It would fit, and they believe we can do it. But again, it would require approval from SHPO, because, which is the State Historical Preservation Office, because we're changing the outside appearance of the building, and this is a CDB project which falls under SHPO guidelines. So if we wanted to do that, I know your next question is going to be, well, how would we pay for it? So I had some conversations with CFO Ellen Olson, and currently Rock Valley College has in a trust fund, or in a fund right now, $27,100,000 set aside specifically for the CL2 project that's required by CDB. So that money is sitting in an account. As of right now, we're not utilizing any of that money for anything, and it is basically collecting interest. As of the time I wrote this, that particular fund had about $368,000 in interest. We're not going to be using the majority of these funds until construction starts, which will probably be another year, year and a half. So therefore, the funds will continue to develop interest. How much, we could guess, but basically, we would have some additional funding. In addition, as the downtown campus nears completion, if you recall, we had a $2.2 million contingency. We definitely expect to spend less than $1 million on the contingency. Right now, we're at roughly $560,000. We only got a few weeks left. Even if I spent $800,000, it would actually give us $1.4 million. If we spent a full million, it would give us $1.2 million available from that particular project, if the board so chooses to install a second elevator. This would be the means that Ellen and I came up with for potentially paying for it.
Okay, so I'll get to you. We can pay for it, we think, but we can't even give you authorization to move forward with it because we need somebody else to at least prove the basic idea, don't we? You said you gotta.
The architects have looked at it, and they believe that it will work, and they believe that SHPO will approve it.
What's the process? What would you recommend the process be? Can we get the approval? We shouldn't be voting or discussing it if it's not approved. I mean, I prefer to have the approval already in place before we start,
So it's difficult because in order to get the approval, the architects would have to spend more time and energy going through that process, which is part of the whole cost of the elevator, is the additional engineering that needs to be done. So it's one of those situations that happens in construction where we're going to have to spend a little bit more money in order to figure out if we want to spend the rest of the money, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm good with that.
Okay.
John?
I would support that, and
Bob?
I believe.
That's all I want to hear right now. Bob?
In your $44 million budget, do you have any contingency in there too?
We do. CDB frowns upon utilizing the contingency for known projects.
Well, I would certainly support the elevator, because if we don't do it now, 6 months later, someone will say, hey, where's the elevator?
Right, and it's not that I don't want to cut the discussion short on it, it's just that let's just tell them to go forward,
Yeah.
find out if we can get the approval, and then, I know we have to spend some money to get to that part, but let's just do that, because not only the distance, but when one elevator goes down and you only have one elevator, you don't have a backup elevator to go to. But let's have them spend the money. We all agreed, general consensus, as this is a vote, to allow the administration to spend the money to get the approval,
Yeah.
and then we can discuss it in depth when we get the approval.
Yes.
Does that all work?
Yeah.
Okay, got it?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. I got to see what's next on the agenda. Sorry. Downtown West. Oh, okay. Downtown West update. So in your packet, you're going to see the change orders that you've seen throughout the time here with the Downtown West, and I'm going to have some additional verbal updates for that particular project. As I stated earlier, okay, we're at about, I said it was 550, but it actually looks like $570,000 out of the 2.2 million. That includes some overtime. There was discussions between Chairman Gorski and President Spearman about authorizing the opportunity to do some overtime to make sure that the building is moving forward quickly so that we can be ready for the August 3rd move-in and definitely ready for the August 14th open house. So you can see some of the change orders that are in there. Overall, considering the overall cost of the project, spending $600,000 up to this point, I'm pretty happy with that result. So we're going to continue to move forward with the project. Regarding the project, giving you a little bit of an update. So the Downtown Training Center, which is where, for recollection, the DTC, the Downtown Training Center, is where the automotive, collision, and other things are located. Furniture cabinets and benches are being installed in all the classrooms, labs, and office spaces as we speak. The remaining automotive equipment is being delivered on Monday next week. That's all the items that were at the Stenstrom Center when we had automotive down there. So those items are being delivered. We continue to receive new product, hunter equipment, wheel balancers, all those things are showing up, and we're slowly starting to install those. The elevator. So the elevator is not installed yet in the DTC. The elevator company has begun the installation of the elevator. They're expecting it to take 2 weeks to install. We're trying to push them to install it quicker. After the elevator is installed, the CMU blocking or a particular type of wall needs to be constructed around the cart on both floors of the building, and then drywall. That's going to probably take another week, which is going to hopefully mean that the elevator will be completed by August 1st for a August 3rd move-in of faculty, staff, and others who are going to be occupying the building. We ran into a glitch. Fire inspector or state fire marshal advised we did not need a sprinkler in the mechanical room. The elevator inspector, who is a different division within the state of Illinois, says we do need a sprinkler. So now we're adding a sprinkler to the mechanical rooms in both buildings, because it doesn't matter what the fire alarm inspector says, it matters what the elevator inspector says when you're dealing with an elevator. So we have to do that. The outdoor ACM panels, which is the outside covering to the outside of the buildings, are being installed and should be completed on both buildings by July 24th. They are planning on working 7 days a week, and RBC is not paying for the extra work. They ran behind, so now they're going to try and get caught back up. Stairwell railings are going in. They'll be painted next week, and then the flooring for the stairs will go in after that and should be completed the week of July 27th. Currently, they're balancing the HVAC. They've powered up all the HVAC units, and they're powering up all the security, exterior doors, and things of that nature. We do have two areas, one in the DTC and one in the DLC, where there's basically a glass handrail. Those glass handrails for a section of the DLC and a section of the DTC are not expected to come in until July 29th and will be installed on the same day. So hopefully everything will be done by August 1st. As far as the DLC, we are starting furniture installation on Friday and will continue into the next week. The elevator is partially operational. We are able to utilize the elevator in certain circumstances, like to move furniture and things of that nature. The main thing that's holding us up in the DLC elevator is we now need to run that sprinkler, and they're going to be working on running that sprinkler because we have to do it in both buildings. The outdoor ACM, like I said, same as the other building, will be completed July 4th. Stairs and railings are about the same as the other building. They should be completed by July 27th by having the railings in, the painting all done, and the treads installed. HVAC is similar to the other building. It's up and running, and they're balancing that right now. They get done with the DLC, they're going to go over to the DTC. Flooring is a little behind, and there's a possibility that they will be requesting the flooring people work additional night shifts, have 2 shifts working to get the flooring done. And final painting will be done by Friday. So overall, aside from the DTC elevator, overall, I think we're going to be fine. It does indicate, I'm a little nervous about the elevator because elevator people tell you one thing and then they do something else. We ran into the same thing in the HSC, but so I feel the pain that Ringland and Ruiz is going through right now, dealing with the elevator people, but we're hoping that it will be done. They have already ran some parts prior to this week, so we're hoping that will shave off some time. Do you have any questions about the progress?
Start here. Every questions?
No.
John?
As I understand what you said, the staff and instructors are moving in August 3rd, is that right?
Correct.
And if I remember right, our grand opening is August 14th?
Correct.
Is it possible for board members to get their own tours before that date, between August 3rd and August 14th?
At that point, the building will be open. So yeah, you can come. You won't need any safety equipment or anything along those lines because I'll have regular employees there. So at any point, I have adjusted my schedule to the point that I'm going to be basically working out of the downtown campus for the next 3 weeks and probably into August. And anytime anybody wants to stop by, they can simply stop by and walk around, and I'll explain everything to anybody on the board who wants an explanation.
Just stay there till September and we'll get a big banner of the house that Rick built. There you go.
Okay.
May he rest in peace.
All right, any other questions on that up to this point in the report? So I knew we had a lot of moving parts and pieces, and I know you probably still have some questions and stuff, but this is why I bumped it up, so we'd all be a little bit more, a little fresher in hearing it and getting all the updates on up to this point on this. So thank you for that. Now let's continue on with the next part.
The next item on there is actually other change orders because we do have other projects that are going on. One is in your list is for the soccer fields. We had some issues in the soccer fields. It was found out that basically the first base dugout is lower than the third base dugout by a fair amount, and the dugouts actually tilt. So what we thought originally was level was not level when you put a level field in there. So what it did is it created a trip hazard coming in and out of the dugouts, just enough that people would trip over it and fall, athletes running in and out. So I authorized some change orders to remove that concrete and replace it so that it would be level so that we don't have athletes injuring themselves going in and out of the dugouts. There was also an issue with the fence. So in order to secure the field, they forgot to put gates in to actually lock them. So, yeah. So we're working on that. The next item is the BST lighting. This is actually the ones I like. This is where we're getting a credit back. The project is completed. So we're getting $114,734 in contingency back to be put back into the general capital fund.
10% of the elevator cost. There you go.
There you go. the final item, I believe, yes, is the HSC third floor build-out. This is another one where we're getting credit back. That project is completed, and we are getting a credit back of unused contingency of $153,854.
20%.
There you go. So, any questions on change orders?
Questions?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. My next item is the personnel report. There are 2 items on there, 2 faculty positions. Both of those are full-time positions. It is my understanding that those positions have been offered out. Have they been accepted? I couldn't. Yes? Okay. Have been offered out and accepted, so we will have names in here
okay.
at the next meeting.
All right.
So we do have 2 individuals that are leaving. One is retiring. Sounds familiar. And one left for another opportunity. So we will be working to fill those positions.
Okay. Any questions? No. Okay.
The final item on my list, I believe, is the events calendar. There are several items going on in July, and I would be remiss if I did not mention, first and foremost, on July 25th, 2026, in the PEC gym, the R2OC robotics competition, which I know
I would
is...
like to expand on it if I could. There's going to be 24 robotics teams from 3 or 4 states, I forget which, competing starting at opening ceremony at 8:30 a.m. It goes all day long until 5:30, 6 until they finish, except for a half-hour break in the middle for lunch. And 3 of our major sponsors are Collins, Woodward, and PCI Pharma. It's a free event. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of fun. I would encourage you all to come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
John?
Well, I also note that the, I believe down here somewhere is the camp, the theater camp for grade school campers. And
Smart camp? You mean a smart camp?
I believe, I don't know that it's
Stars of Stars.
Every Friday.
Stars of Tomorrow, I think, right? Yeah, Stars of Tomorrow Camp. Yeah, that's actually going on right now, I think.
and I'm proud to say that my granddaughter is participating.
Well, wonderful. I hope she's having a wonderful time. I hear a lot of screams and giggling from over there, so it must be a good time.
Well, I hope it keeps on.
Smart camp.
The other items we have down there is the 17th and the 24th, Smart Camp end of week celebration. There we go. Out at the ATC. There's a celebration on the 17th and the 24th. If you get a chance to get out there, that's actually fun to see and see all the students showing off their hard work for the week.
Rick, are you talking about July or August?
July 17th and July 24th, you should see a Smart Camp.
Am I looking at-
There's 2 camps going on each week. And at 10 o'clock on Friday and 3 o'clock on Friday are the ceremonies for the
Wrong one?
classes as they finish up.
Correct.
Got
You-
2 of
Did you
them.
find it, Trustee Kadia?
Yeah.
120
Actually,
students
I couldn't
this
find
year.
the right one.
Oh.
I still have July's because it has, July and August in it, so, but that's okay, I'll find it.
Okay.
It's in
I got
here.
your number.
Questions?
We're
Okay.
good.
Thank you, sir.
The only other question I have, how long have we been doing the Kevin Rice Memorial Ride?
6,
I don't know.
7, 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's not ours, but it's
Yeah.
been 6, 7, 8 years.
This is a police officer, was it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed, yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you very much. We're going to get back on the regular schedule
Thank you,
and
Rick.
go to teaching, learning, communications discussion. Trustee Goldsmith, pass it off to somebody.
Dr. Stewart.
Good evening, trustees. This evening, I bring you the last two agreements as promised during the May 2026 Committee of the Whole, and they are from RPS 205. The two agreements from RPS 205 are the Running Start and the Dual and Articulated Credit Agreements. My ask this evening is for the Board of Trustees to approve these two agreements from RPS 205 at the BOT meeting on Tuesday, the 28th of July, 2026. And this will conclude all the agreements for the 2026-2027 academic year from our high school districts and our high schools. Just to refresh everyone's memory, I brought you 23 agreements in April and May, and tonight I'm bringing you two agreements, totaling 25 agreements from 14 schools and school districts. Trustee Trojan, you know, as is customary in the month of October or November, I will bring you the enrollment report for the past 3 years for the programs.
Thank you.
Trustee Nelson.
Dr. Stewart, how many students from 205 will be participating this year in this contract?
For the Running Start, it may be 20 students. Hold on a second.
There's a table in here going back to fiscal year 17-18 through this current year. There's a number of applicants in the range from 50 to 100.
But they normally have a...
And then 20 each year.
Right, but they normally have a cap that they have for the years. I can get that to you, Trustee Nelson. I can get that to you. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Not on that. Thank you.
Next up, I am bringing before you this evening a memorandum of understanding for your review and approval at the July board meeting. This is a MOU with University of Chicago College of Pharmacy, who has been working with us to establish a formal partnership to create a clear supported pathway for pre-pharmacy students. Students who complete their pre-pharmacy prerequisite requirements during a 3-year sequence with Rock Valley College are guaranteed a PharmD or Pharm Doctorate Program admission interview for the University of Illinois College of Pharmacy. Their program is unique in that their graduate program is such that it does not require a bachelor's degree in order to be accepted into their program. So we anticipate that this formal agreement will promote student success. I should note that this is not an exchange of any money or anything like that. This is just us creating a pathway for our students for success.
And this is with UIC, Chicago.
It's University of Illinois College of Pharmacy, yes.
Okay. Now, this has made me think, and I want to say something here. I want to explore an idea. Since this is with the University of Illinois, Chicago, I am aware that Chicago campus offers 4-year engineering degrees. In fact, there's probably 12 different ones. In light of the fact that our NIU engineering program, you see the curve every year, it keeps going down, and certainly Rockford Promise may have impacted our students that would go into this program. And NIU, instead of offering 4 engineering degrees, are down to 1. So my question is, since we have a contact now with UIC in the pharmacy area, would it be reasonable to explore with them 4-year degrees on campus for UIC with us?
I will take that back to Dr. Spearman, and we can research that.
Yeah, and Mr. Chairman, I would want this as really a definite project to be explored. Because if NIU is only doing 1 instead of 4, and Rockford Promise could be sucking up some of our students, then I think we need another vehicle for us to get engineering students 4-year degrees here, and UIC might be the answer.
One more goal for President Spearman. You complained about 10. This would be 11. Come on now. But yeah, I think we can do that. Go, Bob.
Well,
John.
No, I agree with Bob, but I would say Rockford Promise is duplicating services that maybe we had initiated. But I agree with Bob, and I think that this might be another pathway for our students, and maybe we could even get a better deal.
And I believe we got the proper response from the administration would be to take it back to President Spearman, bring it to his attention, and have him put the appropriate staff on it. But I would emphasize what Trustee Trojan would say, that this is a serious concern for us. So.
Thank you.
Because I, too, am a little disappointed that we were kind of down to one program.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I'd like to find an opportunity for civil engineering, but,
Well, UIC, biomedical, chemical, civil, computer,
Yep.
data, the whole 9
yeah,
yards.
because you have to go to UIC or Southern or someplace in Wisconsin for civil, so,
Yeah.
so.
I think it's worth exploring.
Where would Herbert Hoover be?
I'm going to give you that one. I have no idea. I can't even have a comeback for that, so.
Okay.
Okay. Next one, enrollment update.
Thank you, trustees. In your packets this evening, you've got the enrollment update from July 7th. Tonight, I have the numbers for July 14th that I can share with you. For Summer 2, that number has been pretty well locked in now for the last several weeks. Summer 2 is more than halfway through and will end in a couple of weeks. Summer 2 is looking to go end that we have exceeded the budget goal at 111% and the stretch goal at 107%. Fall enrollment continues, and that will continue for the next several weeks as we get and approach the middle of August. As of this morning, we are up 3.21% over this time last year, 88% to goal, and 84% to the stretch goal. Any questions on the current enrollment report?
Questions?
Good progress.
Then there's a new report that Vice President Snyder and her team have been working on that I'll present to you tonight briefly. It's the Adult Learner Enrollment Update, and in your packet you've got a couple of pages on that regard. The first page is this one here, and it just is a quick overview, kind of a first run here at a new report that we're sharing that we would like your thoughts and opinions on as we go forward. But initially, in that first column to the left, I've got 3 columns that indicate as credit courses and programs. So it's a similar report to Summer 2 and to fall in terms of the overall numbers. But we've broken that first. This is head count only. In the first column, total students for Summer 2, there were 2,009 students in all enrolled in Summer 2. 466 of those were students between the ages of 25 and 45. And then in fall, we have 4,002 students, and then this report was also written on 7/6, so July 6th, so it's a week or so old. 4,002 students enrolled in fall. 900 of those students are between the ages of 25 and 45. The second,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. The second set of numbers is specifically to workforce development. And in those programs, and that's identified a little bit more on the next page, but just for the overall numbers, total students enrolled in Summer 2 in workforce development programs. Quick note, please note some of the dates of these summers. Workforce and credit don't align. They don't have the same start and end dates, but these numbers are what we have at this reporting period. So 123 students total enrolled in workforce development programs during the Summer 2 period. 45 of those students were adult learners, 25 to 45. And at the fall, currently, again, those programs don't start roughly at the same time as many of the regular credit programs would start. But at this point, 46 students are enrolled in those workforce development programs. 20 of those students are adult learners. And again, I'll go through the next page in a second. The last column on the right is just a quick look at the Downtown West program as we look to open that facility here on August 17th. As of last week, 199 total students were enrolled in various programs and courses at the Downtown West campus location. 50 of those students were adult learners. There is no summer programming yet for downtown because the facility is not open, of course. So once we get to fall, you'll see those numbers continue to flex and grow.
I think you opened up your discussion with, wanted to know how we liked
Yes.
the report.
Yeah.
I like the format. At least on this one page. Any Consensus? You looking for any other information, Bob? You've got credit courses, workforce development, you've got downtown, you've got raw numbers and percentages.
It's a very good report, a good start. I can't wait to see the trending.
Correct.
Once you get another year or two behind you.
Agree.
I would suggest, though, that the percentage number might be because, God forbid, the total student population drops and your adults stay the same, that percentage goes up.
Correct.
So it kind of gives you a false reading, but the absolute numbers of adults and students is good.
And that's providing
the trend
both.
that we need to follow.
Understood.
It's absolute number, not the percentage.
Well, I'll come to you, John. I just want to say, so you've been, I have a concern about when people throw percentages out there. I'm a raw number type of person too, but percentages show you a ratio too, and it's nice to know, to see what the trend of the ratio is within your population too.
It's a good format, good report.
Okay.
I like it. I can't wait to see the year-by-year trend.
Agreed.
Dr. Pryor, is there, I mean, we talked about getting more adult learners in as the population of potential students is declining. Are these numbers the result of any additional push to get more adult learners, if you know? And is the administration satisfied with these numbers, or are they pretty raw for everyone?
This is the first run of this report, so I don't have a baseline yet. So this is kind of establishing a baseline for us.
Yeah.
So I believe that I can get you a better answer probably in 6 months to see if the trend is. The positive goal is to grow the adult population that's 25 to 45 at a rate that would hopefully help us balance the loss of the potential 18 to 24-year-old population, which is declining. So yes, that is the goal.
And I'd just like to remind the trustees that this has been an active project for a while. Then we baked it into President Spearman's goals, and then recently they also gave us an update on the initiative, and now we have a report showing it. So thank you for the stepwise, not inundating us all in one meeting with all the different parts of it. So thanks.
I'll point out the next page. I don't know if there's questions, but this next page, FY27 Workforce Development, gives you the breakdown of the programs that are in the numbers in that second set of numbers on page 1. So these are the programs that account for the 46 students in workforce development. And these numbers also then, you've got some summer programs that are offered. A lot of the fall numbers you'll see are zeros today. Those will change as we get to the start of the fall semester because the registration cycle is different in the workforce development side than it is in the credit side. So they tend to register and start almost the same day sometimes. So you'll see those numbers change dramatically as we get probably to September, October.
The robotic welding, that's the one at ATC, right? That's with all the workstations.
Correct.
What about the airport maintenance?
Aviation maintenance is a credit program.
It's a credit program.
Yep, not workforce. And then the very last page is just a breakdown of the programs and courses that are offered at the downtown West campus.
Thank you.
And again, those numbers, as we get closer to opening that facility, hopefully will also grow a little bit. But the 199, I'm guessing there's over 200 this week because it was a week ago that we ran that report, that I'm confident we're over 200 at the downtown West campus now. But of course, we'd like to continue to see that number grow.
Yep.
Of course.
Well, don't pick up your papers yet. We've got a question over here.
Yes, sir.
I'm just curious. I know we've been talking about the numbers of the 18 to 25-year-olds going down, but we've been talking about that for a while. Do you know, or does anybody know whether it's a local trend or it's a national thing, or do we know why it's happening?
It's a national, if not a global trend.
Yeah.
The birth rate across this region and across the nation has declined over the last several years, primarily since 2008. And there is no quick rebound in sight, so that's part of the concern. And it's impacting the Midwest probably more so than the East and West Coast and the South, because the population growth might not be there in terms of a birth rate for those areas, but people move to those areas more than they move to the Midwest. So it's a little bit more challenging here.
That's some
And they're
of what I've been
wrong.
hearing too. so-
Every year, Heather shows the demographic changes, and we've been seeing it for the last couple of years.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
It's
ever since I've been on the board, in 2017, I've asked the question, and now I'm glad we're working towards a segment which we may not have specifically went after before. So thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So we're on to finance, I believe, right? Trustee,
We have a short report too.
okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight, we have 3 purchase reports. So purchase report A is FY27 amendments. There is 1 item on this report. It is for Instructure. It is an increase of $2,457.80. This is to cover the annual increase for the Canvas Cloud subscription services and maintenance, which is our learning management system. Any questions regarding this report?
Can we negotiate? No, I'm not sure.
No. All right, we'll move to purchase report B, which is FY27 purchases. We have 2 items this evening. The first is Ballard Engineering for $95,700. This is to pay for the engineering services as related to the addition of a 3rd generator at the boiler house. Ballard Engineering will prepare bid documents, assist with the evaluation and selection of the qualified contractor, and provide construction oversight during the project. The second item is the City of Loves Park for $30,800. This expense is for the Rock Valley College portion of the increased cost for the construction and installation of the fire training structure for the Fire Training Center to be located in Loves Park. The City of Loves Park has agreed to absorb the majority of the project overages. These additional costs are incurred due to increased expenses associated with the installation of the concrete footers, and this payment will reimburse Loves Park for the college's portion of the remaining cost. Are there any questions?
Questions? Continue.
Moving on to purchase report C, which is FY26 amendments. This is for Healthcare Services Corporation, an increase of $500,000 for a total of $9,828,000. This increase supports the FY26 premiums for the health insurance plan and the increase in stop-loss cost, which have been increasing throughout the year. We just received the invoice for June from Healthcare Services Corporation. It looks like out of that $500,000, we'll only need to use $100,000. Any questions?
Trustee Nelson.
This is for, you said FY26,
Correct.
and that ends, or ended?
It ended June 30th.
Okay. And so that is that going to be our total cost out of pocket for all of our health care that we paid for in the last fiscal year?
Yeah, for the last fiscal year, it's going to be a little less, 9.4 million, 9.5 million will be the cost of all the premiums, both employer and employee portion that we've paid for healthcare in fiscal year 26.
Okay. And how many employees do we have? Just out of,
We have about 325 that actively participate in the plan.
okay.
You got about 450, though, with total employees,
Yeah, not all employees participate in health
but they
insurance.
all don't participate.
Any other questions?
Questions? Thank you.
All right. Moving on, we'll talk about the cash and investment report. So operating cash and investments increased nearly $10.2 million from May to $114.8 million as of June 30th. The main contributing factor was the receipt of property taxes from the district counties. The percent of operating cash and investments to expenses is 106.87%. Working cash funds increased $1,631 due to interest earned during the month of June. And capital funds increased $1.6 million to $58.7 million. That is due to the receipt of property taxes from the counties, less construction draws associated with Downtown West of approximately $3.5 million, and bond payments of $2.9 million. Are there any questions?
Questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Oh, did you have one, John?
Thank you.
Are we still in good shape?
Yes, we are.
All right. So, let's move on. All right, I was trying to update this. All right, so we have unfinished business. Okay, so we have unfinished business. Ribbon cutting invitations were sent to the trustees. Please RSVP, and I believe that was by July, I'll say 30th. It's probably the 31st, but you know. Okay, if you're coming to the ribbon cutting on August 14th. Okay, I'll be there, but I'm working until 8:30 in the morning, so I won't be here until 9. So I'll try to shave before I come. Okay, and then I'm reminding the trustees to contact the administration if you have any questions on our migration to RVC email addresses and/or devices. Any other unfinished business? Okay, any new business? No. Any new business, John?
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to propose that the board do what we had talked about for a number of years, and that is to hire an inside auditor that reports directly to the board. And I would ask that that be placed on a committee of the whole meeting date, that we would have time to have somebody come in and address that, the pros and cons.
Well, this would be a board initiative, so we can put it, let's put it on the August committee of the whole, if you can have a presentation and/or a speaker available by the end of this month, scheduled for that, to give people plenty of time here to schedule and forward, make sure we have information to provide to the trustees.
What is the audit intended?
The intention of an audit would be similar to the what your elected auditor provides at Winnebago County, and that would be going to each department and auditing and making sure they're performing the way they should.
Isn't that what Sickish does?
No.
No. They review the books in terms of consistency and financial compliance and like, but not an auditing like what Trustee Nelson's suggesting. And Trustee Nelson's brought this up to me before and has simply said, you need to come together with a kind of a plan, not just an idea. It's the boards would be driving this, not necessarily the administration. So this is why we wouldn't be putting it on the agenda in any August meeting for a discussion unless you can show that you have enough information and/or a speaker lined up by the end of this month. All right, is that fair?
I guess I would just like to know what this auditor is supposed to do.
Well, let's wait for the presentation.
Yeah.
So that's what, this is the thing. I'm trying to get a presentation out of the person requesting it, and I'm willing, if any other trustee had something, to offer up, we'll try to get that on the agenda too, but you need a plan, not a plan to have a plan, so.
For example, who might be an auditor of what company or name?
But let's just wait for your presentation, okay? Pull your stuff together, and then we can talk about it then.
Excuse me, I kind of had the same questions that Bob has, is because I thought Sikich did that. But,
no.
So it sounds like this is something a little bit more
detailed
for
day to
internal.
day, week to week, month to month.
Okay.
Not on an annual basis, right?
All right, I get it.
But let's wait to hear the presentation and see if that's all consistent with it. So, fair,
Okay.
Trustee Nelson?
Well, sure.
Okay. Because I don't want to schedule something and then then wing it. Actually, I'd be very upset if it it happens that way. So.
Well, far be it from me to upset the chairman.
Well, at least for the rest of my stay as chairman, it will never see the light of day unless you actually have a plan. So we'll never reach the agenda. So there you go. There's my heads up. All right. No other unfinished business. How about
You know
our
I'm a
new
lawyer,
business?
right?
Next, okay, so we got the next regular Board of Trustees meeting on July 28, 2026, of which John's going to have an idea, give us an idea about what's going to come up in the August meetings. And then the next Committee of the Whole is August 11, 2026, 5:15. Meeting will be held in the Performing Arts Room, PAR 0214, Educational Resource Center, main campus. And we're going to move into... I'd entertain a motion to adjourn to closed session to discuss collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees per Section 2C2, all in accordance with the Illinois Meetings Act, Open Meetings Act.
So moved.
Moved by Nelson, seconded by Kadia. Roll call.
Nelson,
Yes.
Trojan.
Yep.
Goldsmith, yes. Kudia,
Yes.
Espinoza. Yes. Gorski.
Yes. And given this regarding collective negotiating matters, whomever you think appropriate.
Yes, I'd like to invite Dr. Huntley, CFO Ellen Olson, Dr. Stewart, and myself, along with Attorney Jill Prokowski, will stay for a closed session.
Okay. Thank you. Y'all have a fine evening.
Thank you, everybody.
And IT, expect a question for me on why my password keeps expiring at the end of every day for my new account.
I think it's a sign.
I'll put a ticket in.
The executive director will look into it.
We're recording? All right. So we've coming out of closed. We certainly didn't make any decisions. We didn't make any financial or any other decisions. So I'd like to entertain a motion to bring the regular meeting to adjourn the regular.
So moved.
Trojan, Gadea, roll call.
Nelson.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
Goldsmith, yes. Kudia.
Yes.
Espinoza. Yes. Gorski.
No.
Hey, Gloria, give the kid a chance to second something, get her name in the minutes.
Well, you guys aren't fast enough. Let's move on.
All right. It's over.
Thank you very much. I signed one thing. Do I need to sign anything else here? Got one signature.
You have to jump in next time.
Just now?
Thank you very much for your service.
Gloria and Bob.
very much. My pleasure.
Okay.
And it's only 7 o'clock. Look at
Yeah,
that.
the night is young.
Good job.
Was my goal to keep it under 2 hours.
And you succeeded.
I need to.
Take a look. I don't